Hello, welcome to Off the Shelf Reviews. It's Gaming Friday. I'm Gary.
And I've always been a creature of the night.
And today we are taking a look at Darkwatch, which came out in 2005 on the PlayStation 2 and the original Xbox. It was developed by High Moon Studios and published by Capcom and Ubisoft.
Ooh.
High Moon Studios is quite a legendary game studio. They were formerly Sierra Entertainment.
That sounds familiar.
Before they eventually became a part of Activision.
Sierra Entertainment. That's not Half-Life. That's not Half-Life, is it? They weren't connected to.
No. Sierra Entertainment. They did a lot of point-and-click adventure games that I remember them from.
I was going to say, I can't think of something off the top of my head on PC that I played. I remember Sierra Entertainment came up.
They made a lot of legendary games that you remember.
Yeah.
But with High Moon Studios, they made the Transformer games, the War for Cybertron series of games.
Those are very good.
I
like those.
But unfortunately, High Moon Studios no longer around. Once they got taken up by Activision. The last couple of games that High Moon Studios had worked on were the last two Destiny games for Activision. But now that Bungie's left Activision, who knows what the original creators of this studio would be working on.
I never got behind Destiny.
No.
I know.
No, well, it's kind of interesting. I thought that High Moon Studios, when they made this game, is very much inspired by Halo. So much so that there's parts of this game that feel very much like Halo, especially with the regenerating armor shield that you'll get.
Yeah.
The way that the combat system works. Especially with the fact that you can only hold two weapons. You have to drop weapons to pick up other weapons. So once you run out of ammo, you'll pick up another weapon off the floor and keep using that one until it's out, and so on.
I was very surprised this was a first-person shooter at first.
Yeah.
When you mentioned to me that we were playing a
Western
vampire game, I immediately thought third person. And from the cut sequence as well, I'm like, it's going to be one of those kind of third person kind of games. And then when I got into this, I'm like, I can settle into this. I love my first person shooters.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the creators, they wanted this. They said that this game should be on par with Halo 2.
Yeah.
In terms of gameplay and enjoyment, they're very good. It's just that this game, it got good reviews when it came out, but it kind of disappeared.
What the fuck are they transporting on this fucking train that they need cannons that size?
Well, have you seen all the crucifixes, the crosses everywhere?
Yeah, that's
it might be a bit of a hint.
Yeah, but shouldn't these go? So the guns are there to stop things from getting onto the train.
And you are the outlaw that's come onto the train to rob it.
Right. This guy, dead guy.
Yeah, I don't really know how he died. I mean, he's sandwiched between two miniguns, but doesn't look like the miniguns shot him. I think he'd be a bit more chunkier.
Yeah, I mean, something. Look at that stare. That's an intense stare. The eye. He's got the evil eye.
And so, this is a mixing of the genres. This is the Western mixed with horror and steampunk, with vampires and some pretty unique weapons. You play as Jericho Cross. Who, after about 5 minutes of gameplay, will slowly becoming a vampire. And eventually you are inducted into the Darkwatch.
Artax, holy fucking shit.
What happened to Artax?
I'm going to make sure he's dead. Yeah, he did.
I think he's very dead.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
This game also has a bit of a reputation system as to how evil you really are.
So what part of the watch is Darkwatch? Because you had Night Watch, you had Day Watch, and Darkwatch is like in the middle.
It's a series of Russian vampire films.
Is that kind of like Dusk Watch?
So the Darkwatch is an organisation in this game which is basically trying to put an end to all supernatural monsters and demons in the world, mainly vampires.
Yeah.
And this train is transporting Lazarus, which is the end boss of the game, if you will, that you unwittingly free from his prison on the train.
Yeah. Well, I think these guys are already in the midst of releasing Lazarus. I think fucker.
You're dead.
Oh man, I was trying to nail that guy, and the other guy just fucking beat the fuck out of me.
Well, thankfully the game does have a lot of checkpoint systems throughout. There are 4 difficulties in the game, very much so like Halo, going all the way up to the hardest difficulty,
legendary difficulty. Yeah,
and the game, the hardest difficulty, the game does tell you will be cooling your heels in no time.
Nice. Yeah.
So yeah, the game has a reputation system. You get to there are kind of choices that you get to make as the game's going on as to whether you want to be, a good guy and cleanse yourself of the vampire curse, or do morally good things like rescuing people, or removing the vampire affliction from others that you come across.
Motherfucker, come on. Fuck you.
Or, of course, you can embrace the dark side and become a fully fledged vampire.
So the replayability is there to go, right, okay, I'm going to play through as the hero.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't. It does impact the story slightly.
Come on, motherfucker. Come on.
But what it mainly affects is your upgrade abilities and your vampiric abilities.
Yeah.
Whether you really want to be upgrading your vampire abilities or your weapons. I think the first good ability is the silver bullets. Which is an ability which does all more weapons to your damage.
More weapons to your damage.
More damage to your weapons. Sorry, I'm so excited talking about this game. Of course, this game I did get on the original Xbox. I played it through and completed it. I didn't really feel like there was too much replayability, and I never held on to the game.
Did you? So you played through it both ways? Did you? You did evil and
no,
good?
I only played through it once and played through making the good choices.
Ah, right. Would you go back and do the evil choices?
I'm playing through this game again currently.
And
again, I'm straight away I'm making the good choices again. It's just the way I've played the games. I don't like being the bad guy.
Yeah, but
it does affect the ending of the game, and it does affect who the final boss of the game is.
But yeah, but at least the opportunity is there to have different choices, because there are probably other abilities that you've never tried out on the evil side that you're like, oh wow, I didn't know I could do that.
Yeah, I mean, you get they're called bonds, I think. And, you get vampiric shields, weapon damage. There's chain lightning, which is pretty much like one-hit kills on everything.
Nice.
There's also abilities where you can turn the enemies into allies.
Nice. That would be cool.
But yeah, I think those are the vampiric dark side abilities.
I did hear something you said to me earlier, that there's a lot of girls in this game with large breasts.
Yes, there are some very very colourful characters in the game.
Buxom beauties, they like to call them down south.
Yeah. But there's also some great voice acting talent in the game as well.
Nice. Oh, Lazarus has appeared.
Lazarus has arisen. Now the narrator for the game is done by Peter Jason.
Right.
He played Con Stapleton in Deadwood.
Nice.
So yeah, got a great actor from a Western TV series.
Yeah.
The character of Jericho, he's voiced by Christopher Smith. He recently voiced the Joker in the Lego Batman 2.
Ah, nice. Yeah.
Now, the two names that probably stand out just a little bit more is the character of Tala, which we probably won't get to see in the 30 minutes or so that we'll be playing the game.
Yeah.
But she is the big-breasted, leather-clad wannabe vampire who did, I believe, appear naked in an issue of Playboy magazine.
She's a computer
as part of the promotion for this game. Yeah, she's a computer character.
Right. Okay, but she appeared. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, she is sex on legs, and she's voiced by Rose McGowan.
Nice.
Of course, before Rose McGowan went a little bit crazy.
Well, yeah, let's not go there.
But one of my absolute favourite voice actors in all of video game history is Jennifer Hale.
Nice.
She is my Commander Shepard.
Yeah.
From the Mass Effect trilogy. She plays Cassidy Sharp, who is
the girl I'm up with
beside you right now.
Yeah.
She's kind of like your Cortana.
Yeah.
Of this game. She's the one who will be guiding you through parts of the game. Although I won't go into too many spoilers as to what happens in the story.
Yeah.
Because this is the game that I'm going to be recommending that people check out. Whether you played the game and you've forgotten about it.
Oh, fucker, motherfucker.
Worth going back and replaying. And if it's a game that you missed, this is a game that you should play.
Yeah. I mean, I got swiped then by that guy. Like, we already did.
Swarmed, you're done.
We already did like a training on Gary's like, you need to practice on this, and I kicked ass. I was like, yeah, this is pretty easy. And now I'm getting in there, and I'm like, one mistake, you get swarmed up, and they take you down in 2 hits. Like, I've got my shield, but I've got to remember I've got a shield.
It regenerates.
Yeah, but I've got to be out of combat, just like the Master Chief.
Yeah.
To be able to take it, and then not easy in the middle of a boss fight.
No,
because I'm trying to take this guy down. He keeps summoning more crew. Keep my eye on my shield. Keep an eye on my health. Make sure that's all good.
Yes,
fucking nailing this. Oh, I love this gun actually. I just love this Redeemer gun. Is that guy?
I love the Redeemer gun. It holds 24 rounds, and you just fan all of the clip in one go.
I'm just gonna hammer bash like that. There's somebody behind me, fucking motherfucker.
Because you've got Cassidy with you right now, if you're running low on ammo, she'll just keep passing you more. So you've almost got infinite ammo on this section. But, and the game is broken up quite nicely with its levels and its design. It's there are vehicle sections of the game where you end up riding. I can't remember the name of the vehicle. I think it's named after an animal, kind of like the Warthog from Halo.
Right. Okay.
It literally handled just like the Warthog from Halo, with the gun on the back, the way that it moves.
You said it's named after an animal, right?
Yeah.
And it's set in the West.
Yeah.
So it's just a horse.
Well, I mean, there are missions where you'll be riding on your undead horse.
Yeah.
But there is also, like I said, it's very steampunkish. So you were literally riding a steampunk car with miniguns on the back.
I love that triumphant laugh just swells over the top.
Yeah.
Just in case you didn't realise that was what's happening.
But yeah, so there's vehicle sections. There's kind of the game is very linear with the level design.
Well, for its time, I mean, being a PS2 game, that's what I kind of imagine. It's rare nowadays, 2020, where games actually break down into levels.
Yeah.
Unless they're actually properly trying to tell you a
open worldish
like
stuff,
a chapterized story. Where old PS2 games, things like that, I expect it to have an end level and then probably to tell me how many kills I made and did I find all those secrets? No, you gotta go back on that level now, motherfucker.
Yeah. So I mean, there are hidden things. There are hidden parts in the levels, like almost secrets where there is a ton of ammo and a choice of weapons. But there's also
check out
a tortured soul that you can release or drain the energy for yourself.
Nice.
That are hidden around, and of course, the more of them that you find, eventually, the more upgrades that you'll get for your character.
Yeah. Yes, right. Well, I got my horse now.
There is also some levels which are really annoying, really frustrating, and that is set during the daytime.
Oh,
and of course, as a vampire,
if
you're out in the daylight, you start taking damage. Plus, you have none of your vampire abilities on those levels, so you're literally just down to gunplay and trying to maneuver in and out of the shadows. During some pretty hectic fights. The game's difficulty level does also spike ridiculously at the sort of midpoint of the game, where even on the normal difficulty level that we're on now, it becomes a struggle, a real fight. I've never done this game on its legendary high difficulty level, because just normal was hard as hell, which it's quite strange for first-person shooters. I'm usually no problem. Call of Duty, Halo, legendary difficulty, insane difficulty, no problem.
Yeah, but those insane difficulties work. I mean, I'm not saying that this game's bad, but it's not 100%. Amazing.
It's not amazing, and the difficulty level for me is all over the place. And I think it comes down to some of the enemy types where they literally just run at you.
Yeah.
And as soon as you're surrounded by 3 of them, they'll just take your shields and your health bar down in no time.
And the combat system and the shooting system doesn't really work amazingly.
The hitboxes are a little bit clunky.
Yeah.
The aiming sometimes feels a little bit off. There's a little bit of auto aim with the carbine rifle you get later on, but not enough to really help you. It's also quite frustrating when you're in the vehicle sections and you get enemies that run at you with TNT barrels on their shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
And so, one of them goes off in your face, it's insta-dead.
Yeah.
But again, thankfully the game does have quite a few good checkpoints, so that you don't feel like you're replaying entire levels over and over again.
Yeah, and I suppose it's just how much you want to go through it. I mean, you like I said, you completed the first time.
Yeah.
And thought, nah, fuck it, I'm not going to go back, because that was pretty hard.
Yeah.
But you still enjoyed
it for what it was.
Yeah, you enjoyed it for what it was, and you could go, yeah, I'll do it again. But now you've done those sections, you kind of partially remember them coming up.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that motherfucker with the dynamite?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get me this time.
This game just didn't feel quite as fluid as what Halo's controls felt.
Yeah, I get that.
It was emulating what Bungie did, but just not quite pulling it off perfectly.
I mean,
but good enough for a playthrough game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that. I mean, I'm riding it, so I'm like, oh, I'm enjoying this. No, Red Dead 2. But, I'm still enjoying it.
You're looking at what? 14 years difference in.
Yeah, but at the same time, gun.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably enjoyed the horseplay for that a bit more than this, But that's not taken away from the fact it's a unique, experience. I'm a vampire cowboy and I'm being chased by this motherfucker. Fucking hell. shoot the. What do we do? Shoot the fucking fireballs! I didn't know we had missiles.
Yeah. Classic vampire.
Oh, and lightning. Yeah, classic vampire. Don't forget they got lightning. Must have been alive for like 1 billion years. Missiles and lightning. What the fuck? I'm gonna blow your wings off.
So there is one other issue I have with the controls of the game as well, and that is the jumping.
Right.
It's that even before you became a vampire, when you jump, you kind of defy gravity.
Yeah. There was no gravity. You just kind of floated.
When you double jump, you literally float.
Nice.
And because the game has quite a few platforming sections, especially when you're working your way through a mine, an underground mine, and you've got to jump and jump and jump and jump, whilst there are undead gunslingers shooting at you, it can get quite frustrating. But it's not game breaking at all.
No, it doesn't feel like this. Like this seems stupid, but you know, at the same time, it wasn't broken stupid. I took his health down pretty easy. I dodged the stuff pretty easy, and now all of a sudden, you know, I'm on to the next section. So you could probably breeze through the game, you know, relatively quite quickly. But like we said, with the option to, like, I would probably, if I had the chance, I'd probably play through this, like you said, on normal, do all the choices, and then just for shits and giggles, go back on easy and just be a complete bastard.
Yes,
you know,
just to see the alternate ending.
Yeah, and then maybe if I came across some good abilities where I'm like, actually, if I do that with that and that, I could probably do that section on Insane.
Yeah,
you know, so then
if you want to push yourself to that,
if you want to push it, I mean, it's a shame there's no achievements.
No.
You know? Whoa, blood.
You're just getting it's an ability that lets you see weapons and doors and enemies that are hiding.
Right, so
now you're getting your carbine rifle.
Oh,
now,
nice.
This is one of the things I absolutely love about this game is the music, the sound effects, the animations, the artwork, and the design of the levels and the weapons and the characters.
Yeah. Wow, I can lean. I didn't realise I could lean.
Lean round corners, kind of Rainbow Six style.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the steampunk design. You want to be heading backwards, Ian.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. That's kind of where you came from. But yeah, I love all of the weapons. I love the fact that you'll find a shotgun later on that looks like it has a battle axe on the other end of it, so that when you're meleeing enemies, and I do recommend you melee most of the enemies when they get close to you. You're dying there.
I need a cup of some tea.
And of course, TNT. So yeah, I love the gothic architecture, the level design, the music, the voice acting. There's so much to like in the game. It's just some of the controls just a little bit wonky, and that's my only hindrance in replaying the game.
Sorry,
Got something to add there, Ian?
Yeah, I'm kind of dying here. I'm trying to play and attack. I've got this tickle in my throat. I'm like, eyes are watering and everything. That's kind of why I'm just punching everything. Because I'm like, I can't aim at the moment. I've only got one eye.
Here we go. We got enemies that can start shooting at you now, Ian.
Oh, what? Run up and punch him in the face with my carbine. I'm not wasting my good ammo on you. Come on, motherfucker.
I love the ragdoll physics. I love the fact that you can shoot limbs off as well and shoot heads off.
Oh, man. I'm really sorry.
Bloody hell, Ian. You're deafening me here.
Sorry, it's like right there. Right in the face. Come on. It's all ticklish.
Nice.
You know what?
But yeah, I definitely recommend meleeing your way through certain areas.
Yeah, I'm just bouncing them off the end. I'm like, fuck you, man.
Just because in some areas I found that the aiming and trying to shoot the enemies wasn't working, so it was just like melee, smack my way through.
Yeah, it's not weird. I mean, there is a bit of an eye in sight, but I have to go into blood mode to do it. And look, I mean, that doesn't.
Yeah, I don't really like the blood mode that much. I use it sometimes when I need to. If I'm looking for ammo, I'm literally out of ammo. I'll use that mode.
Where's my shield?
It was also very handy for finding secrets as well, where you'd be like, "Oh, look, there's something glowing over there. I need to, throw some dynamite and clear a path towards it."
I'm gonna take the
explosive crossbow rounds.
Oh!
Yeah, be careful because they'll run at you and explode in your face.
Well, I didn't know that when I fired it.
But what are the in Doom you get the blood clusters, the sacks of evil.
Oh, the gore nest.
The gore nest. This game kind of has a similar thing. There's like towers that come up out of the ground that just infinitely spawns enemies, and until you destroy them, it kills all the enemies in the area.
Oh, come on!
Oh, that guy just took it.
He just took it like a boss.
He's just turning around. He's like, nah.
Oh, that was
10 points for that one.
That was worth it. Oh yeah, you. Can I get you enough? No, stand still. Just stand still. Oh, on your hat. Oh yeah, they take 2 shots. Oh, that guy.
No, he just died from the impact of that one. But yeah, I mean, when the game released, all the reviews were fairly good to good. The Metacritic has a score of 74 to 75 out of 100.
Nice.
All the publications, all the magazines at the time of the game's release were all 7+ out of 10.
Yeah.
The only low score out of all of the magazines was from Eurogamer, who gave it a 5 out of 10 and just said it was just generic, kind of mindless, not as good as other shooters out at the time.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Oh shit, I think I might. Oh sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I mean, I can see that, and you know, like I'm the guy who will happily say, like, I didn't buy this on the day of release.
No.
Is there a way to change to my other guns?
Yes, down on the D-pad.
Down on the D-pad. Ah, that's
There you
better.
go.
Right.
And like I said, you can hold 2 guns, so when you swap, whatever gun you swap out, you'll
what
drop
I
it,
wanted
pick
to
up
do.
another one.
But you know, I could, like I said, I could easily just have a laugh with this. I mean, you know, yeah, you're not going to be paying for this brand new, probably.
No. I mean,
but back in the day, you know, you could have gone, oh look, 20 quid, yeah, that'll cover a couple of hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, it's a lot of fun. There is a very awkward kind of sex scene halfway through the game that just kind of makes you laugh.
Yeah, and you get a sex scene out of it as well.
You know, with the Playboy girl, the computer girl. It was kind of almost like the way they were going with advertising video games.
Yeah, just sticking them in every kind of...
With the sex appeal of games.
I kind of got to see that picture, though.
Yeah, because unfortunately, you're not going to get introduced to Tala.
No.
In the first section of the game, which turns up a bit later.
Come on, motherfuckers! Right, okay, change to that.
But there was a sequel planned for this game in 2007.
Oh, that guy nailed me.
Which unfortunately, it never happened. Obviously, Activision, I imagine, now own the rights to the game.
Yeah.
But there was also a movie in development.
Really?
Yeah, and of course, you know, the movie just ended up in limbo and in development hell, you know, as well as the sequel to this game. And I would love a sequel to this game.
I was going to say, if you can release a film like fucking that new Doom one that we were all supposed to fucking watch, you can release a film on Darkwatch.
I kind of imagine it'd be kind of like Van Helsing. You know, I can imagine that's what the studio were thinking.
I mean, Van Helsing is stupid.
Yeah.
I can sit through it, but if
it was made for children.
If you didn't call it Van Helsing and just called it Darkwatch and made it in the Old West, I'd fucking watch it.
Hell yeah.
Stop attacking me.
I mean, this game really proves that you can merge steampunk, horror, and western together.
Yeah.
And it works. It really does. The one thing that I thought that this game might have a bit more of is comedy, a bit of tongue-in-cheek kind of self-awareness.
Yeah.
But it really doesn't. You know, there's no...
It's actually quite serious.
It keeps it quite serious. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You're keeping the tone of it. Like, you know, like one of my favourite games, Blood, where you are an undead gunslinger kind of thing. But that's very
That's
comedic.
just comedy right from the start.
Yeah.
But then it's the same thing, product of its time. You know, a lot of games at the time were making jokes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it was just trying to keep up with that. Right, okay.
But I mean, this is a game that I definitely highly recommend. It's an awesome blend of gothic, steampunk horror with a splash of the spaghetti western. Yeah, it's got monsters, guns, cowboys, and big old titties.
Big old titties. Yeah, man, if my coffin means anything, I totally recommend this film. The dust from the desert, the dust from the game was right into the back of my throat. I feel like a cowboy, you know, running around with my gun. That little blade on the end of it,
There's the shotgun.
Oh, I get the shotgun with the axe blade on the end of it. And, you know, it kind of bums me out that I only do get 2 weapons, but I've just wasted a lot of crossbow ammo. So, you know, I might as well just change it and go with the shotgun. I mean, look at that.
Love that blade.
That animation, like I need
to start uppercutting enemies with it.
Hit something in the face. I hit you in the face. Oh yeah,
you break the corpse.
You get demolished. Yeah. Do I feel bad I didn't play at the time? Not really. Do I?
A lot of people miss this game, and I think it's a real shame. It didn't make the sales that other games made at the time. But I mean, this game came out at a time where there was such a variety of games as well that it was easily to get overshadowed. You know, I just happened to be in the video game store looking on the shelves and going, "Ooh, that caught my eye." Looked at it and went, "I'll take a gamble."
Yeah,
because I'd never heard it. You know, I'd never seen trailers for the game, never heard about it in magazines.
Yeah.
Really.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not even
And it's also a game that I'd totally forgotten about.
Yeah.
which is, you know, I can't believe I'd forgotten about it. And as soon as I started playing it, I was like, oh wow, I remember this. Can't wait to talk about it.
Oh, I ain't even got any vampire powers, and I'm still enjoying myself. Whack that guy! Yeah. You get shot. Oh no, I'm getting shot by that guy.
One of the cowboys hiding back there, almost dead.
Almost dead, but I'll get my shield back. Blow that as well. Is that doorway?
No, but it could have been a secret area. Yeah. That's how the secrets usually work in this game.
Hup. Oh, what? You got it that time. That time. Right,
yeah, you will be making your way into the hole.
Whoa!
There you go. Yeah.
Hup. Oh shit!
As a vampire, I don't know if you can double jump. I just want you to experience it for yourself, Ian. The double jumping and the floatingness. And then no.
Yeah, that's just just normal jump at the moment.
I don't think it's until you get your first vampire ability after you have to make your first moral choices.
Yeah. Oh, you guys are tough. You guys are bloody tough. You're not wearing any armor or anything. You take three fucking...
the bullet sponges of harder difficulty levels.
Yeah. Ooh, cut sequence. So yeah, I definitely recommend this. I have enjoyed it. You know, and it's very rare to say that. We play such old games sometimes, and they can be so
such
shit.
A pain, yeah.
Where like, I got the double jump now. You know, where look at that.
But try moving, and you'll just be floating around as you do it. And you're like, no, I want to land. It's like, no, over jumped your mark.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like maybe because I play such retro games anyway that I'm just enjoying these retro controls. You know, hey, I could be running around the room. You know, just it kind of takes me back to Doom actually, 2016, running around the room and just beating the shit out of shit. Like
demons and monsters. Yeah.
Go motherfucker. Hup, and jump. There we go. And you do jump a little bit too high, so you do have to try and control it. Is it right up? Do I have to go right up?
I don't think you have to go. I think the doorway you'll open is down the bottom.
Yeah.
I think you just have to it's just a mini arena of monster fighting.
Oh, look at them. They're coming all the way up.
They'll make their way up to you. Yeah, they'll climb and jump.
Look at them. They know their own little jumping animations and everything.
But then you'll also find other floating vampires that'll be coming after you. There's so many different monster types. You saw that other
spirit
witch monster,
one.
Yeah.
What are you doing up here? Get the fuck down.
And they're like the brides of Dracula.
Oh, he didn't even touch the floor. Oh, I missed him. I got that one.
I think you got him. Because the hitboxes are a little bit forgiving, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm having too much fun at the moment. Just running around.
Well, on that note, I'm just going to say thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be back next Friday looking at another video game. Of course, new film reviews on Thursdays. You can join Ian on weekdays, live streaming Red Dead Redemption.
Yes.
And you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and on Patreon. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.
You all got fucked up. I think I saw a gun up there. No, I should stop playing. Yes, I did see a gun up there. I knew I saw a gun.
It's just ammo, the Redeemer.
I got some. Smack this guy. Where's this guy gone? Hup. Hup. Hey. Hup. Hey. Hup. Hey.